What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mon-Wed-Fri Raw TV. Well, with all this coronavirus going around, and I'll tell you what, one of the big things I see people asking is like, Jerry, how do I maintain my gains? How do I keep my gains? I've had people contact me when they've had surgeries. Jerry, how do I not lose any of my gains? I don't know where you people thought that once you gain muscle, it's yours to keep forever. Like, it's the biggest myth in fucking muscle building, bodybuilding, weightlifting, everything. You do not maintain that shit year round. You just don't. The only way to maintain it is to train, take your drugs, and eat a certain way. That's it. You take any one of those things out of that sequence like that, you don't maintain your gains. That's all there is to it. If you're bench pressing 500 pounds at the gym, you're asking me how to keep your gains when you're at home on Corona lockdown with some bands, you're not. If you're laid up in a hospital bed because you broke your leg, how do I keep my gains here? How to keep my gains? I want to keep my leg gains. I don't want my leg. You're not. If you are, let's say you have something wrong that you have to be out of the gym for 2 weeks, like you're really sick, you have the flu, you're not going to maintain your gains. Like I can't wrap my head around, and this is the problem with many people telling the bullshit story of, well, once you gain the muscle, naturally it's yours to keep. That's not true. Once you gain the muscle on drugs, you don't have to take as much anymore. You can come off the drugs and maintain it. That's not true. All of this shit's not true. And I can't drill it into your heads enough that you are, throughout your life, going to gain and lose. That's how it's going to work. You're never just steady. Do you know how hard it is to be stable? I've been trying to sit around 198 to 205 pounds for the last 3 to 4 years. It is harder to maintain that weight than it was to go up and get big and to come down and get shredded. It is harder to maintain than it is to do either one of those. Now, once you have that muscle and it starts to come off, I'm not sure why you think that you can't rebuild it. Now, I get you don't want to go backwards, but newsflash, there are going to be times when you go backwards. That's just all there is to it. Matter of fact, let's just say, we'll take bulking for an example. If you bulked up to 300 pounds, right? I've talked about this with my friend Marco before. Once you hit 300, how long do you think you're staying at 300 for? At the most, at the very most, you're staying at 300 as long as you're pushing the food and drugs. As soon as the food and drugs change, or just even the drugs change, when the drugs change, strength goes down, can't train as hard, the calories are used differently, you're not going to maintain that 300 pounds. You're down to 285 like this. You can't maintain it. It's the same thing as far as being shredded. Let's say you do a show and you're shredded to pieces, right? I want to maintain this, right? Come back and see me in 4 weeks and see where you're at. You're not maintaining it. People act like once you get shredded or get huge, you're just going to stay there indefinitely. You have no concept of what it takes to do that, and 99% of the time, you can't do it. It's not natural for the body, it's not healthy for the body, and the body will fight back, okay? And that, when I say fight back, it doesn't mean that your muscle all of a sudden are going to atrophy. What's going to happen is your body's going to start to have issues, health issues, injuries, things like that that force you out of the gym when you're pushing the drugs for a long time and pushing that you're redlining nonstop, trying to get bigger, stronger. Eventually, your body fights back. Boom, here's a French injury. That holds you back. All this little tweak in my rotator cuff. Well, I can't bench. Fuck, I can't bench the weight. Shit, I can't do pull downs. What am I going to do? Your body's telling you, look, dude, you're not maintaining that. That's not natural for us to be there. You pushed it with the fucking drugs. We've had enough. Here's your first injury. Boom. As an injury happens, then you do regress. That's all there is to it. And then everybody's mind says, oh, I got to get back. I got to get back. I got to get back. Oh, I got to get back. I'll be back. No problem. Why don't you stop and think, why did this happen? Right? Why did I get the injury? Why is my body not able to maintain? What is going on? Right? And then really look deeper in it other than the fact that you got an injury. Maybe you weren't doing something stupid. Maybe your body just had an accumulation of small micro tears or small injuries over time, and other sides got overloaded. If one side is kind of for some reason has a small injury that you don't really know or feel, it overloads the other side while you're benching with a barbell because you have one force that you're trying to move, so it overloads one side, and then you get an injury on this side that you can actually feel, which is what happened with my pec. Right? So you're not getting it. You cannot maintain whatever it is you want to be indefinitely unless you are a natural bodybuilder, you consistently keep training, and you consistently stay on your diet. Those three things together will help you maintain indefinitely. You don't even have to bat an eyelash at it. But if you're one of those people out there, I've seen people, oh man, coronavirus, I can't train. What should I do on my cycle? What the fuck? I've heard people say, oh no, stay in your cycle. What the fuck? So let me get this straight. You're going to train with bands at home and keep your fucking cycle at 3,000 milligrams a week. What? I got to maintain. You're not going to maintain. Those drugs are not going to help you maintain with rubber bands. Okay? You have to have the stimulus of the weight that you've been using so the body adapts to that. Now it's used to that adaptation, and now to keep that size that you have to use at least the minimum of what you've been using to get there to maintain it. Now, let's be real. After years and years of training, how heavy are you going to be able to train when you're my age? More than likely, don't get me wrong, there's some people like Michael Hearn out there, genetic freaks, but 99% of the chance, you and I are not like Michael Hearn, okay? We are fucking mortals, and we do not fucking live like that. Our bodies don't heal like that. They're not like that. So you have some people that do it, like Mike, and then everybody thinks they can do it. I'm not saying other people can't do it, but I'm saying that Mike is a very big genetic freak that is not the norm. Okay, I mean, all these other guys that are Mike's age or above that have been training for years and years, Arnold, all these guys, look at them, they regress. You cannot keep up with it. You just can't. If you do, bad things happen, like what happened to Rich Piana, what happened to Curtis Leafler, what happened to Anthony DeRezzo, what happened to Greg Kovacs, what happened to, should I go on and on? Don Youngblood, what happened to Nasser Al-Sambadi, what happened to Luke Wood. Like, I can go on and on with the people that decided that they were going to keep pushing things and try to be where they were. And then you have people like Gunter, right, who just walked away. He got an injury. He tried to come back, realized he's never going to be the same again because he can't be, and he backed off. Sean Ray, he's not out there pushing himself like trying to look like he used to. Kevin Levrone, Dorian Yates, Jay Cutler, none of them are training like they used to. Like, they're at a certain age where they realize, like, this is it. Like, I've gone this far. Now it's time to do something else and usually go backwards. But there's so many people under the guys that once you gain it, you're going to have it forever. And I was there. I was like you guys. I was like 20 and I'm like, I'm going to be huge till I'm like 80 and I'm going to be like the biggest 80-year-old. Listen, guys, you know, my buddy Josh actually told me something and he was right. He said, Father Time is undefeated. That motherfucker has never lost. And that's reality. So while you're here, like, listen, my advice to you with this fucking crazy time right now, if you're locked out of your gym and you're training at home like I am, get lean. Pay attention to your fucking diet. Do cardio. If you have to go outside, do all your cardio. Get fucking lean first. You're going to lose muscle. When you go back to the gym, muscle memory will build that muscle twice as fast. You'll get back like that from the muscle memory, but you'll be lean at the same time. You'll have a better physique at the end of this than you did before if you get lean and stop fucking around trying to maintain your muscle mass. You're going to overeat, you're going to gain fat, you're going to lose muscle, and then you're going to be fucked in the end because you're going to try to gain the muscle back, and then when you do, you look dumpy because you've gained fat, you're going to try to lose the fat. It's going to be this push-pull back-and-forth system. Just stop. Victor Martinez, when he got locked up for something to do with his visa, when he was coming back from one of the Arnold Classics, I think it was the Arnold Classic Spain, his visa hadn't gone through yet, and they locked him up for 6 months. When he came out there, he was very small. And everybody's like, dude, what happened? What'd you do? He said, look, you know, I decided to drop the muscle and stay lean. So when he came out, he can gain the muscle back. Why am I going to drop muscle and gain fat at the same time? Because that's what's going to happen if you're not careful with the diet and the cardio. Do your diet, do your cardio, you know, adjust your diet accordingly to get leaner during this period, okay? Get 5 to 10 pounds leaner while you can't get in the gym. When you get back in the gym and you start training, watch how much better you look when that muscle comes back. Like, this seems like a no-brainer to me, but your egos, guys, your egos are fucking with your head. Your ego is telling you, I can't go backwards. I can't lose this muscle. Oh, my God, oh, my God. I'm going to give you some fucking free advice. Drop the dosages down to fucking HRT levels, 200 milligrams a week. This is not medical advice. This is what I would do if I was in the situation that you guys are in. And then I would go to make sure I got my cardio done. I would do my training with bands and shit like I'm doing right now. And then I would literally make sure my diet is on point. I myself have dropped into a cyclo-ketogenic diet for this whole time. So I'm going to do 3 days keto, 1 day carbs, 2 days keto, 1 day carbs. So I'll be doing cyclo-ketogenic, which is more like the anabolic diet, not the anabolic diet, the Ultimate Diet by Dan Duchaine, rather than the anabolic diet, which is more de Pasquale, which had the 2 days at the end of the week where you carved up. And that for me is not necessarily something I do all the time, but I'm like, look, I'm going to take this advantage. I know I'm going to lose muscle, right? Because I can't use the weights that I'm using at the gym. I don't have the machines and stuff at home. So I'm going to lose muscle. Now, do I want to lose muscle and stay the same body fat, which I'll look worse? Or do I want to lose muscle and gain more fat by not paying attention to my diet like some people are going to do out there trying to maintain muscle? No. Do I want to get leaner, still look good with my shirt off? And then when I go back to the gym, the muscle comes back very quickly. And then within a couple of weeks, I'm feeling great about myself. I'm looking better than before I went into this. It's like an early jump for summer, guys. Like, you're not getting it. Like, use this time to do something positive. Use this time effectively. Do not waste this time with your ego trying to get bigger. That's not going to happen unless you have the weights to be able to handle. Okay? The food you still got. We still got food out there. But if you don't have those weights to be able to handle to get your body to adapt to what you're doing in the gym, it's not going to fucking happen. Stop asking everybody. Stop asking about magic drug combinations and magic fucking diets and whatever else. You lifted the weights to build the muscle. Without the weights, the muscle will go away. That's all there is to it. Period. Get that through your fucking head now. It's frustrating because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, you guys, some of you are beginners, but some of you guys have been around a while. Like, follow me for a while. Hit me up like, Jerry, what do? I don't want to lose muscle. Like, too fucking bad. Like, the rest of us are going to too. Unless you find a place that'll let you train and you stay in point with the diet and the drugs. Like, no, don't go fucking, oh, I'm going to use bands. I'm going to blast 3,000 milligrams of fucking drugs. Like, you have to fucking understand. This is a time where being your normal self just isn't an option for most people. Get the fuck over it. Let your ego go and fucking deal with it as it comes and really get on track to do something positive. And then maybe you'll just be able to actually get your head out of your ass and feel better about the whole situation if you at least look good while you're losing the muscle. But some people's ego, I gotta be big, I gotta be huge. That'll come in time. But this isn't the first time that this is gonna happen. This may be the first time, but it's not gonna be the last time this happens to you in your life where you gotta go backwards and you don't know what to do. Sometimes you got to go backwards in order to go forwards. And this is one of those times. BioStrength@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BioStrength.com is the blog. It's the backwards before forwards bicep. And we are